Well, tens of thousands of Allied troops stormed the beaches of Normandy, France that day, and thousands died.
While many of the survivors came back with ingrained memories of the battle that turned the tide in World War II.
San Diego 6's John Carroll joins us live in the newsroom with the personal stories of one local man who was there on that harrowing day. John.
Well, Jim and Netta, Bob Watson was just 18 when he found himself in the most horrific of circumstances, storming Omaha Beach, while German troops on the hills above rained seemingly unstoppable, withering fire down on them. The symbols of what Bob Watson went through on June 6, 1944 are never far from him. A Purple Heart and 2 medals given to him by a grateful French government. Before the attack on Pearl Harbor, Watson was just your regular all-American kid growing up in Lynn, Massachusetts. Then this arrived, a notice of induction. He was being drafted. That brought a sobering thought.
Can I kill somebody? Can I take a bayonet and ram it? Hey, man, wait a minute. So I decided that I would join the United States Navy.
Watson says he thought that would give him a warm place to sleep and 3 hot meals a day. Then he learned he was being drafted into something called the 6th Naval Beach Battalion.
You are now going to crawl out of the water like an alligator onto the beach, and you're going to run everything on the beach itself.
After a month of basic training, Watson was shipped over to England, then early June, and a trip across the English Channel. Finally, the morning of June 6th, and Watson found himself in a landing craft heading toward the waiting enemy.
We're headed into the beach. Now all hell breaks loose.
Then, as the landing craft was approaching the shore, it was either hit by a shell from land or it went over one of these underwater mines.
The front of it, 30 men are blown somewhere. Those who survived, or who knows.
Fortunately for Watson, he was in the back of the craft. The force of the explosion threw him over the side. He then grabbed a rope on another landing craft and held on until it reached shore. Watson says the scene around him there was horrific, utter carnage. He spent the next few days at the beach rounding up German prisoners. Eventually, he came back to the U.S. and met his wife of 68 years, Marjorie. For years, Bob Watson has lectured in schools, civic clubs, you name it.
I make it a point to go places and tell the story, tell what happened.
Bob Watson turns 89 next month. The sad reality is that we're losing our World War II vets by the hundreds every day. It was an honor and a privilege to spend some time with him today. Live in the newsroom, John Carroll, San Diego 6 News.